practice.
But, you know,
He's called. Go ahead, Hillary.
well, John, I was going to say, what we heard, I think, from the president was exactly what you'd want to hear from a president in the 21st century, which is technology's changed, especially since these programs were first put in place. People ought to know what technology is capable of. He said he's going to create a task force of experts to come in and really evaluate this. You know, I think that both Congress and the administration have a lot of new information that's happening in the marketplace that they're going to benefit from. But really, you want a president to say, this work is important. We need to find out about terrorist threats, but we're going to make sure that we are doing everything we need to stay up to technology and protect civil liberties. I thought he struck exactly the right tone there.
Of course you did, because you're puppeteering everything that he just said and everything he just lied to. Now, what's really fascinating about this new press conference that Barack Obama had is that he lied through his teeth once again. I mean, let's just look at some articles here. As he was talking about how we're fighting terrorism and we're doing this to fight terrorism, let's just look up some of the articles here. And I just typed in NSA, DAA spying, and you can see these articles too. Exclusive, U.S. directs agents to cover up program used to investigate Americans. And this is not about terrorism. Now we have the DEA, the Drug Enforcement Agency, using the NSA spying to go after local drug dealers and people who sell drugs. So is that really terrorism? And another thing that's happening right now is exclusive. The IRS manual detailed DEA's use of hidden intel evidence, and they talk about how the NSA gave the DEA these spying programs, and now the DEA is giving it to the IRS to go after tax evaders. Yes, tax evaders. Now, if you give the government ultimate power to spy and watch and collect every single thing we do online, they will use it to their purposes. The DEA will use it to go after drug dealers. The IRS will use it to go after tax evaders. And these guys are puppeteering Obama's lies that we're doing this for terrorism. It's not terrorism. It's about full government control, full government surveillance, full government spying. Another interesting thing is, you know, Barack Obama was just on Jay Leno, and he said, you know, we don't have a domestic spying program. But he just did a press conference on the domestic spying program and how he's going to be more transparent about it. I mean, Obama is an amazing double-speaking son of a gun. He can lie through his teeth, and he's very convincing, but just do some research, do some homework. Another thing that pissed me off in this press conference that just ended right now is that he called the people who are spying on us patriots. He said Edward Snowden is not a patriot, but the people who are protecting us from terrorists, they're patriots. Well, let's look at some of these patriots. Let's look at some of the things they're doing. Exclusive inside account of U.S. eavesdropping on Americans. U.S. officers' phone sex intercepted. Senators demanding answers. And this was in October 9th, 2008. We have the NSA listening to people's private home sex conversations. And these are the patriots, of course. Also in 2011, we actually confronted the head of the NSA and former head of the CIA, General Hayden, on this issue, and this is what he had to say.
First question is, when you were head of the NSA, NSA officials were caught listening to people's private sex phone conversations for kicks. How do you respond to such gross violations of privacy?
I really don't have anything to say about that.
Of course you don't. And then, you know, later I just confronted him again.
That's simply not true.
Look at him lying, just like Obama was lying.
Americans deserve the right to privacy.
Americans do have the right to privacy.
But not if the NSA listens into every single conversation we have and records it. That's
simply not true.
I mean, they have their own floors on in Verizon and AT&T and T-Mobile. They have their own floors. I'm not done, sir, because I want, you know, freedom and privacy, and you made sure that we don't have any. I mean, how can you say we have privacy when it's used against us?
All right, and this is back in 2011. He slams the car door. Just like almost every interview or confrontation we do, they slam the door. Back in 2011, this came out. There should have been a debate a long, long time ago, and it hasn't. People, if you're still believing everything this man says, please do your own research, do your own homework. I was just watching here, saw some of the speech, showed you some of the articles contradicting their lies. The media right now is puppeteering and saying those same things. He's doing it to fight terrorism. It's not about terrorism. It's about power and control. What government has always wanted, what government has always reached for. The more power, the more control they have, the weaker we are, and we have to fight it, we have to resist it. And do your own research, and don't believe this double-speaking son of a bitch.